Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very long time since I've made a video, but I had a really great game the other day on Age of Empires, and it also has been simply a very long time since I made a video, and so I decided, why not? Why not record this one? Why not put it out there for both myself to see later and for anyone else to see who might enjoy watching this. So, this is a 3v3 match. This here is my brother playing as Sinful Blessings. This is our random player in the yellow, myself, your mangina, of course, in the purple. And then we've got our enemy players in the blue, I don't know how to say that, green, don't know how to say that, and light blue, don't know how to say that. But we're facing the Incans, the Britons, the Huns, and then I am the Spanish, and then our teammate is the Cumans, and Sinful over here is the Bulgarians. Now, first off, I'll just go ahead and say, as defense for my brother here, he is on Xbox. He's doing this game on an Xbox controller. It is much more difficult, much slower. The buttons aren't as nice and neat for gameplay options, because this is, after all, a 20-something-year-old game that is mostly played on computer. So, oh man, he almost lost that builder. But anyway, so, as we can see here, you got build counts up top, if you want to pay attention to that kind of thing and keep up on who's idling their TCs and stuff like that. I think if there's a way, I should be able to set, yeah, there we go. So in the bottom right, you can actually see idle TC time. And now myself, I'm not that great at that. Like, as much as I've already built up, that's a vil down. My brother's a 2 vil down, and then the enemies each have a round of vil. So the way that works out is it takes 25 seconds to make a vil, right? So when you idle your TC, you're pretty much down a vil in comparison to everybody else. But as far as the overall, you know, you can see the two teams up here at the top. They're both real even right now in vil count. And of course, this is just Dark Age, so everyone's just working on their ecos, trying to get set up, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Now, this is a mega random map. Very interesting setup that we have here. Very wallable. I never walled, but just saying. It is a very wallable map if people know how to set them up. But doing that and thinking of it are two different things, especially since, as I said, it's mega random. So we're all trying to figure out what the hell's around us. We have no idea. Let me see if I can even see. Maybe just... Ooh, don't like that. I should change my color. Let me put that back. There should be a way to, like, get to someone's point of view so I can show just how dark the rest of the map is and what it looks like for everyone. Let's see here. So that is our fog of war right here. So the stuff on the map that is actually highlighted, I'm pointing with my fingers if you can actually see, but the highlighted stuff here is what we can actually see right now. It's what we have scouted. Let me see if I can actually click this one more time. Yeah, there we go. So that's what the map looks like to us right now, right? I only just figured out that there's even water out here. You know, my brother's scouting the north, Yellow's scouting his base. You know, we don't know what's out there. But fortunately, as the viewers, we don't have to look at the map like that. So the map is surrounded by water. It's got fish. That's valuable for your economy if you figure it out at an early time. As I saw the dock, or, you know, saw the fish, I'm now docking to try and alter my eco so that I can produce 2 eco big unit buildings instead of just one. Game volume is really loud. Is there any way to... sorry to do this in the middle of everything, but if I can just turn down... Chats and events, current affairs, blah blah blah. I don't know what selection volume is. But I'm just going to turn all these volumes down because I know in the headset and then later on in the video it can be a bit excruciating. It's a bit too much. Anyway. Ah! What did I do? Oh no. Oh shit. Okay. So, this is an experience for you. I'm going to go Omega Speed and get back to where we were. I'll know when the dock comes up. Sorry about that. So, the reason I recorded this map, I'll give a little bit of a teaser, because I don't know exactly how I want to do these videos yet. You know, I don't exactly go from just my point of view, especially since I've never actually casted a team game. Now, there's a lot going on. But selfishly, and because it's why I made the video, I'm going to mainly focus on me in the late game so that you can show why I wanted to show this video. I'm going to try and not spoil anything yet, actually, for once. I'm going to try and do things that way. Oh shit, I should slow down. So, this happened, actually. This is really important. So this is what ended up kind of destroying my brother in the early game, because he he doesn't yet know how to deal with something like this. Like me personally, right now, for example, I would send all of these healthy vills out to attack these militias. A vill can literally 1v1 a militia, because if you look at a vill, it does 3 damage, and it has 1 melee armor when it has Lumen, 40 health. A militia does 4 damage and has 1 melee armor. So the difference is very small. But basically, a militia just barely beats a vill one-on-one. So if you just have more militia and some vills, like he's doing here, but he's got a weak vill, you know, he took the engagement a little early, stuff like that. So like that kind of stuff can add up. But basically, it's really hard for him to figure out what he should do in these situations. You know, idle TC time spiked up. It's now over a minute. You know, almost 2 minutes now. You know, he's not clicked up to feudal. So what I'm getting at though is, you know, he took a lot of damage from a really small investment of an army from light blue over here. You know, just the militia drush. It's very effective though, especially at this elo. You know, we're about 1,000 elo right now. You know, it's hard to do, especially if you don't know what to do. Like even doing this is kind of like a waste of time. You don't really need to repair a lumber camp. You know, it'll still function all the same. But anyway, I'm not trying to, you know, pick apart my brother's gameplay here. But overall, as far as the eco count goes, you know, our team's not doing so bad. But that's mainly because Yellow over here, as the cumin player, for some reason, is got a shit ton of vills. Man, what the fuck? So the reason I'm questioning this is normally the play for cumins is to do a 2 TC boom in feudal age, because they have the ability to drop a second TC in feudal age. So normally what you would see is a really quick uptime around, who's up right now? Yeah, see here, light blue and green are up. They went up around like 19 vills or so. You know, even I'm only at 22 vills, and then some fishing ships. Could have been at a couple more because my idle time myself, but I'm already up, right? But anyway, so usually they would go up really quick and have a bunch of wood villagers, and then they would drop that second TC and start farming, and they would go a really late feudal boom with 2 TCs and get a vill lead on everybody else. So definitely a misplay here from Mr. Yellow over here. But unfortunately, Sinful Blessings, you know, he's almost up to feudal age, but now he's getting attacked by scouts. And like again, if you don't know how to deal with this, like right now, the position you're in here, you would just want to send these vills here and then keep them under the TC, and then just try and, like, if they go over here, the scouts go over here, you bring these vills in, send these ones back to work. So like that's what you would do, and immediately he starts training the spearmen. So like he's got some experience in dealing with this, but like stuff like this, losing the vills, like it's painful. It's all really painful. And it makes it difficult. But I mean, the fact that he got attacked by one guy and now he's getting attacked by another, like, I mean, even this would be fucking me up. I mean, he doesn't even have his boar, hasn't taken his deer. He's not going out to do that right now, which is probably not the smartest thing because, you know, these guys are still around. Spearman's over here, set up over here. I knew that he needed help. I sent my scout, but I really couldn't focus on this because, again, I said, I'm not no pro player. I'm not trying to pick apart my brother here. You know, I'm just trying to highlight what could be done better. But if I was paying more attention to my stuff like I normally do, I would know the same thing. Like, I got these man-at-arms, for example, useless, completely invalid investment. I should be sending them here, but again, my APM's so low, that's actions per minute, that I'm like, I can't handle doing that. So I'm just trying to focus on my eco here, and, you know, trying to send my scout to help. But like, this is pain. You know, he's losing a lot of vills here. But I mean, look at this. Like, more often than not, you can actually just fight certain things off with vills, because 2 vills there just took down a scout, you know. So like, if you have enough vills, but like bringing more vills over the wall, I mean at this point in the game, Wally's just not going to be effective. I mean, he's down to still 18 vills. TC's idled again. I mean, Kevin's. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and say his name. It's not very many people are gonna see this, and who cares if they know his name? But Kevin, you know, he's fucked. You know, like, he's in a very rough position. If I look over here, is there a way to see his actual eco? Yeah. So he's got only 150 wood in the bank. Me, I'm about to click Castle Age. The Cuban player did go for the 2 TC boom. He was just really late to it. But you know, you can see everyone else is getting close to Castle Age, which cost 800 food and 200 gold. Even Light Blue, who's been sending who sent the man-at-arms, or the militia drush, you know, he's getting close now. Light Blue is really close, even though he invested the scouts to attack Kevin. So like, Kevin's at a huge disadvantage now. Again, still never took that board, so like, that's why he's kind of camping that, because he thinks he might come back out for this. But I mean, he's trying to get his defenses down and all that, but like, He's so far behind at this point. He's going to be forever feudal while everyone else is going to be going castle age. Other than, again, yellow, who was very late to this. Like, at this stage, he should probably be at, like, 40, 50 bills. But again, none of us are pros, so these are all shoulda, coulda, wouldas, like I said, with my man-at-arms here, who are only just now going somewhere. Which I think I saw... Yeah, I just saw something. I saw the gold over here, and I was like, well, if I can send him to do something, because clearly nobody's attacking me, so I'm not in any danger. But really, had I just walked straight forward, this would have been a great area to hit. And could have changed the course of this game. Or I could have, you know, put more focus into helping poor Kevin over here. Because again, he just doesn't know how to react, you know, in most cases. Like, again, here, yeah, dropping off the food's nice, but like, you had 4 spearmen, and they were all here, where there's walls, you know. So like, it's difficult to know all these little things and keep paying attention to that, especially when you're on a controller, and you're on Xbox. That shit's fucking hard. But as you can see, the enemy found the water. They're now fishing as well. I'm redocking to make my ship more efficient. But so basically, my plan from here is, I'm like, you know, Kevin's kind of dead. Like, that's usually how I see these situations. Like, I know how far behind he's going to be. Again, look at his food, look at his gold. Like, he's nowhere near castle age. He's going to be feudal age behind everyone else. Even, you know, our Cuban player is the only one, that doesn't have the resources, but that's because he's investing in 2 TCs. So his build count is now way ahead of everyone else. I mean, look at the blue over here. You know, he's got 23. The guy that's right next to me, he was really up, you know, up just as quick as I am almost. But again, we're both pretty normal build counts. We've both had some idle TC time, but like, we're up way quicker now. And now we can potentially go for the multiple TCs, which blue's going to do here, and that's my intention as well. Once I get up, I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna boom, get my eco up running, because I'm thinking at this point they're going to come back for Kevin at some point, and like, I need to have an army up and rolling and ready to deal with what's going to come. Get some water in me. But yeah, so, you know, because I don't know if they're all going to boom. Usually in these team games, people boom. I'm surprised he actually brought these back. But yeah, so now I'm going for the boom here. And this is kind of where things are going to become a little bit more peaceful, a little slow. Wow, holy shit, Britons. They get half, their TCs cost half the wood, so this is how he's able to drop 4 immediately. But he's got no farm, so he's not even going to have the food economy to keep these running. Like, if I go back to idle TC, oh my god, Kevin, 9 minutes. I mean, he's probably thinking of he's trying to save food, or maybe he's just distracted with the walls. I mean, he's housed right now. Ay, 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 ay. Where's his food count? Can I see that again? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know how annoying this is for you guys, but I'm kind of just recording this and enjoying it myself, so there we go. Okay, so he's getting close. So, I mean, the idle time and the getting housed ironically kind of helped him, because at this stage, like, one, you need to get your stone walls up if you're going to do that. Like, there should definitely be more vills doing that right now. Like, you don't need gold. You definitely need wood, because you need more farms. But yeah, I mean, again, 21 vills. No one else is that low. Like, he's taking a lot of damage. So I'm gonna stop coming over here, because, you know, again, it's hard for me not to be like, oh, this is what he should do. But like, doing that, what you should do and what you're doing are gonna be 2 different things all the time. And he's still making spearmen because he's still scared. So, you know, like, he's with good reason. He's been destroyed this game. Because raids are difficult to deal with. But yeah, so anyway, focusing up a little bit. Everyone on their team is in castle age, but he's not getting any extra TCs here. That's weird. There he goes with 1. And neither is he. I mean, he's got 1. He's got 1 extra. Blue's really trying to boom here, but again, he's only producing out of 2 TCs here, because he doesn't have the food economy, doesn't have the farms. Like, that's why I didn't go for the immediate 3 TC. Like, I got a 3rd TC now. The only reason I'm even able to afford it is because I still got some fish out there. And I do have some farms set up. But even I am probably racking up. Yeah, I got 5 minutes here of TC idle time. Blue's racking up all the way up to 10, because he's got so many TCs and they're all idle. So, I mean, it's great. It's nice protection. This wall's useless because of the ice here. But, man, he just rung his town bell for 1 little eagle. That's one way to do it. Let's go back to the res so I can see a bit what I'm thinking here. So I'm thinking of hitting the Imperial Age here soon, actually. I'm not sure why I'm thinking that, because I'm dropping my university and my monastery. I think I was scared at this point, in a sense too, because like again, I haven't seen my enemy at all. I haven't seen what he's up to. I mean, I've seen his base, but like I don't know if he's actually going to attack or not. I just kind of assumed at this point that he wasn't. But I am worried in the sense of like I know how much damage they've done to my brother, so I know they could be coming for him again. I mean, again, now he's up to 26 fills. Perspective-wise, you know, Yellow, who's just now about to hit Castle Age himself, he's up to 70 vills though, which is way higher than anybody else. So I mean, he still hit the cumin boom, and you can see what it does. I mean, 70 vills compared to you got 44 over here, 48, 36, 27 for Kevin, and then you know my 63. I'm the only one that even came close to catching or keeping up with this boom that he had, and that's only because his was delayed. But I mean, I've got 4 TCs pumping right now, so. But I did delay my imp. I decided not to go imp. I think I had the resources. I was thinking about it, but I decided not to and just invested harder into the eco. So that's what allowed my economy to kind of blow up here. But now I see that they've got cav archers coming in. This is a messy period of time that's coming up because yellow, or not yellow, light green over here. So thing to note, they're not producing villas right now. Like I can see this in caps areas right now. But this is really why we probably had a chance in this game, because they're really not focused on the economy, and that was what I was scared of and why I thought of imp earlier on, because now this is happening. You know, I just have to go back to my perspective maybe a bit more. I just have cav archers in my face now, and like, you know, these guys are all idle. I haven't sent them back to work yet because here comes more. You know, I'm just. It's difficult for me to deal with this kind of shit as well, you know, clearly. I have a bunch of villas here idle, a bunch of villas here idle. I made one ram. I think I was going to ram this down. I think I was just trying to make something, to do something, but I've got nothing, you know, I'm fully invested into the economy. I haven't even redocked in a while, that's kind of bad. But, you know, he's investing in the military, he's getting ballistics now, he's got 16 of these guys. He even invested into a little bit of water, and I believe I lose my fish at some point. And then up here, you can see Kevin's getting castle dropped. Which sucks because, I mean, really, castles shoot down stone walls super quickly. He still has not clicked Castle Age. And if you look at his food, I mean, he's got 21 food. He's got no food to go Castle Age. Oh, that's why. He just clicked. Okay. He's on the way now. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he is just, again, so far behind. It's a bit painful for him, you know. But, I mean, he's used to it. I mean, he's a fucking warrior. I'll give him that. He's always willing to just keep fighting. He doesn't just call it quit, because there's a lot of people that would just GG and leave the game from this position, and then that would leave us screwed, you know? Which I'll come back to that on the fact that Kevin's actually the reason we won this game in reality, because if this was here, you know, like if they just wrote Kevin off the way I kind of do sometimes in my head, if that was here instead with these cav archers, Yellow's dead. I mean, he's got a siege workshop with some rams, but what does that do? He's making knights now, so I mean, he's not dead. But again, it would be more pressure, and it would be pressure because this mixed with this would destroy knights, because these guys are really good at cav, or at destroying cav. So that's just a point to make. You know, anyway, this was a fuck up by me. I thought this was an enemy siege workshop, and I panicked and dropped this with like 30 bills. So yeah, I'm special. But yeah, there was still some raiding, by the way, but I basically cleared it up by now. I went into knights because that's what I normally do. I like going into knights. They're simple, easy to use, very direct unit. You just send it into melee. Looking at vill count here. I got 93 vills. I'm out booming everybody at this point. I mean, light blue is doing quite well. Let me put it back on full vision. Just with his... Oh, now he's got 3 TCs. Okay. Now he's up to 3 TCs. But blue's really idled, man. He really, really is idled. He's not investing anything into his economy. Super low on farm count. He's just thinking longbows. Sorry if that was really loud. I just clicked my mouse then and just slammed my finger down. But I'm investing in a little bit of pressure here. I've got a scorpion that's kind of antagonizing him, and I've got a ram around here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So what am I doing? I'm going imp. I'm getting armor on my knights, because again, I'm thinking at this stage, sorry for the zoom out, at this stage I'm thinking of going knights. I'm going to go paladin. I hadn't even really paid attention to yellow. I'm not the greatest teammate. Again, it's hard for me to look around. This is the first time I saw this. I was like, well, I guess we'll both go knights, you know? But so he's got a lot of fucking knights. Holy shit, he really produced quickly. He's not investing in the economy again though. Blue just remembered his economy. So like this is a common theme for this kind of elo is they kind of forget their bills at one time. That's one thing that I don't really forget very often. I mean, you saw in the earlier game I had plenty of idle time just like everybody else. But at this stage in the game, I'm just constantly spamming the, create all bills button. Which is another advantage that kind of I have over someone like Kevin, for example. He just doesn't have that kind of advantage. This is yikes. Yeah, these guys have range, so like they can all engage at the same time, and then Kevin's units were just kind of walking around like that's again, if this guy hadn't even paid attention to Kevin, like poor Kevin's just getting brutalized, but like had he not paid attention to him, I think this game would have gone very differently. I don't like that he's in. I mean, maybe he's. Let me see his food count. Sorry. Okay, so he's fully invested in the Castle Age here. I mean, he's got a lot of gold. He could definitely click Imperial Age, but man, if this stuff was upgraded to Imperial Age units, that would be huge. Right now, the only enemy going up to Imp is Light Blue, actually. I've clicked Imp, so I'm the only one in Imp for us. But I immediately click Supremacy. And there's two reasons I do this, right? One is because Vils, as the Spanish, with Supremacy are very strong, obviously. But the reason I like that is because they can do two things. One, they can defend themselves by simply not dying as quickly. I did not realize the yellow pushed this hard, by the way. This is crazy. I think I just realized this, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll join the fray, but he really is pushing this. And taking good engagements against these scav archers here. Some of them will focus fire the rams, so that's helpful. This is really annoying. The pathing right now is just absolutely terrible. These guys are just on attack stance, and they're fucking attacking a mining camp. Like, why? Seeing that is irritating. But anyway, so we're pushing blue. Blue's definitely fecked. But so is red. So is Kevin. He's getting pushed by rams. He can't take this. He can't engage against this. I mean, the smartest thing to do here would be to bring the Vils and kill the rams under the castle, because you can do that. But like, even these guys can probably just clear up your Vils once you go and do that. So I mean, I don't even know how he survives this, to be honest, because all of his shit here. Oh, okay, he's running now. So he's taken into elite skirm. I don't even know why. Oh, Kevin. But anyway, so this is my new plan, though. I get sappers, because that affects, I think it adds like +4 or something like that to the damage that Vils do on buildings. I mean, they just shred buildings. I don't know what tech he had in there, but it just got denied. I still have very low knight count. Remember, I'm in Imperial Age. I have no Cavalier, no nothing yet, right? Let me see if I can even go to my perspective. Like, is there a way to see like just my perspective? I changed my color again. Sorry, folks. Let me get that back. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing at this stage. I don't know if I'm checking into Cavalier or what, but I've just got the +2 knights. All I see is that, hey, we're killing blue, because he just kind of smashed him here. And then, I mean, he just didn't have enough. I mean, green tried to help, but green backed off because he was going to Imp. Recognized he needs his Imperial upgrades. Man, yellow's producing like a boost. Just 70 bills. Just now he's up to 70 army. That's insane. I did not realize that. Wow. Didn't have a lot of eco, but it's efficient. That's for sure. I say that, and there's some bills staying here, but nevertheless, that is a hell of an army. All those knights and those camels. Yeah, he's just pushing aggressive. Okay. But me, little old me, I'm like, well, I don't have siege, at least a lot of it, because at the time, I don't think I have a lot of gold. I mean, I was trying to get gold. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I do this shit. But yeah, these are Vils attacking the castle. And he doesn't have murder holes, so I can just sit under here with these Vils. And my knights are just chasing everything I see. I even brought some rams over here to clear this up finally and dropped another castle. So I just kind of dropped castles all in this base. So blue is officially dead. Same time, so is red. So it's now officially more of a 2v2 than anything. Red's down to 14 Vils. Kevin's still got 31 Vils. Kevin's actually technically more alive than blue. As blue gets cleared up here. I should probably pay attention to what's happening over here. Oh boy. This is a lot of arrow fire from TCs and these cav archers. They are taking a lot of damage. You can see the health over here thanks to Capture Age. You can just see it kind of go down there. But he's got a lot of weak units. I'm trying to see where the rest of his military is. I feel like he's got more than... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's regrouping now. Look at that. That's insane. He has 60 military with 60 Vils. That's crazy. So I'm still pumping Vills though. I'm getting up to Cavalier now, and now I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to commit fully to the Paladin. I've got plenty of eco, blue's out of the way, but I do recognize again, Kevin's struggling. You know, there's a lot of rams, a lot of Camiokes. He's getting siege ram, he's getting his imp armor. These Camiokes are no joke, right? Like again, I said they're super effective against cavalry. Man, he should have just taken that castle out right there. Maybe he's going for the TCs here. Yep, nuke it, nuke the TC. See what you want to do when you move under there? If he had just attacked the TC, that TC would have melted. 24 HP on something that one unit's doing 7 damage, the other's doing 12. I mean, it just melts away. But here's Kevin, still trying to run away, moving away. Got his market up. And then I'm building up my Cavalier. I'm now detecting the Paladin. That's where a lot of my resources went. As you can see, my resources are drained, even though I've got a lot of bills. They're drained once again. I thought I lost my fish at this point, but they're still going. That's actually really helpful. I mean, if you look at the map, all of this used to have fish. That's all the food economy I collected. Same with them, you know, they've got a lot that they collected. But the Cav Archer mass is getting huge, and the thing about Cav Archers is once they get to a massive mass, they're very hard to kill if somebody micros correctly. And micro is like them moving around, you know, like the actual micro movements. But this guy has now got siege ram, and I mean, he's coming, right? Right? This is a problem, because Yellow's military is here. This is right here. But again, I said these Camiokes will shred cavalry, and Yellow just doesn't have the economy, man. I mean, he's hasn't been producing bills this entire time. He's now dropping TCs. This is just going to get melted by this. This means nothing to this. Siege ramps will melt buildings. I mean, I don't even think he's got the pop space once these houses go down. But I mean, his military's here again, not doing what it needs to be doing, which is defending himself. He's got rams in the middle of nowhere. Now this is coming. But I mean, I've got... Where are my paladin exactly? I think I actually ran away. My paladin needed to like pull back from somewhere. I think I engaged somewhere. Let me just take a look around the map for a second, catch back up. Because I again, this is a perspective that I'm not used to. I was, you know, obviously just doing my thing from before, but now I can see the whole game. You can see my economy is pretty... Like, I got a lot of farms, right? 50 farms is going to produce a lot of food. But these guys have started to grow their economies a little bit more, so now they're up to about 80 bills. Again, most people don't fully boom usually at this elo, which full boom is like 120 to 140 bills. That's what you want to go for. And then aim for like 80 to 60 military, depending on what you're making. But Yellow's just dying now to these rams. But let's see how the Camiokes do against this stuff. Again, had he gone up to Imp and got Imp upgrades like these Camiokes have, I think this fight goes very differently. Oh, the pullback's not great. Here comes Kevin trying to help out. And Yellow just leaves. Oh, Kevin. Oh, that's brutal. Tries to help Yellow. He's dropping the other TC. You see, I'm going to say something. And you'll see why I say this now. It'll seem like I'm being a dick, but you'll get it later. But Yellow, you don't know what the fuck you're doing either. Alright? Because dropping a TC against Rams doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? I'm sounding like an asshole. You'll understand why I say that later. But I'm just going to say that now because, like, we can see it. We're looking at it. This is not how you defend yourself. This is not how you defend yourself. And you move... I believe he brought his military forward. Where the hell is his military's dead. His military died. Yeah, they're all dead to the cameo now. Okay, great. So, now officially, he's down to 50 vills. No military other than fucking rams, which I'm telling him over here. I'm like, alright, well, bring your rams at least. Do something. But I've got Paladin. I've got Trebs. I've got a couple rams. And most importantly, I have supremacy villagers. We'll see why that's really important, because this is a problem. And I believe this is around the time when I noticed that this was even going on, because I was so focused on what I was needing to do here. Because I'm like, I need to push, because I know Kevin's dead. I know Blue's mostly dead, but I know Blue can come back as he's doing. He's already up to 20 vills, and he's on the way to the Imperial Age. They probably gave him some resources in order to do that. But this is a problem. Right, because this is Yellow losing his economy now, which means I will be the only one able to produce military at this stage of the game. So again, I'm pushing. I got the fills. This fucking army of rams from Yellow here, and I'm already packing up the trebs. I know this baby's gone, and this is a terrible fight for him. Yes, my units can't engage very well, but Paladin will slowly chew these things up, and I mean, you can see it on the HP. I'm losing like 100 to 200 every time he shoots. But that number's slowly getting less because there's less and less Cav Archers, and I'm just melting through them. But now there's Halberdier on the field, and I see that, and I'm like, fuck me. These guys got the exact counter. But what's important is what happens up here later. But we'll come back to this because light blue takes some time in dealing with all this. Because he did lose some rams there. He did lose some cameos, so he's producing more, and he's producing them from a long ways away. I mean, look how slow those things are. But this is what's happening here. Trebs, Paladin, and Rams. So now, not just blue's been nuked, not just Kevin, not just yellow, but now light green's getting a taste of this nuke. And just real quick, I want to point out in the center that none of us know about right now is 6,000 stone. We'll come back to that later. And this is Kevin, probably about to be attacked again. I think he's going to gear up for the attack. And then yellow's trying to reboom down here. He's dropping some TCs with these vills here. So that's yellow trying to get back into it. My economy, fish. This would have been huge to take out. That would have stopped his food economy. But of course, again, I'm not thinking about water. I'm here. This is all I'm looking at. I'm advancing with the few vills left. Oh wow, I can see Green's chat. Green's saying help here. But I mean, there's nothing to help you, bro. Blue's dead, and light blue's here. So light blue, this is what I was wanting to show. So I'm like, I got nothing. I'm across the map. I cannot come back. I cannot. So I send a couple paladin this way. They're already here. But I'm like, you know what, buddy? Guess what I got? Supremacy villagers. Now, I just want to show the HP here. That's a lot of HP for that military. But look how slow the vills go down. I mean, that's pretty quick. They're dying. Don't get me wrong. But they're villagers. And they're delaying this. I can spam more villagers. I have 66 paladin on the field. This is not getting stopped anytime soon. Even with the halb spam. There's not a spam. They're both making halberdiers now. So both green and light blue are making halbs to deal with this. So both of these economies are now focused on dealing with this push here, which is vills, trebs, and rams. It's effective and paladin. This is getting stalled out once again. I have all my castle upgrades as far as firing goes. I don't have actually I have ballistics, but I don't have bracers, so that kind of hurts. But that would do even more damage to these cameo. But just look at how many vills there are. The vills now outnumber the cameo. The rams, they're just not going to work. And so at some point, I look away from this. I should stop looking away from this. This is beautiful, man. This is supremacy vills. Look at that castle just go down. 2,000 HP gone by the time the trebs even start firing. That is supremacy vills with sapper spring. And this is supremacy vills just fighting. Look at this. The cameos are dying to the castle fire and the villagers themselves. By the time they take out I mean, look at the paladin. He'll melt. But the villagers, they'll do just fine. Apologize for the sounds. Alright, let's look back where it's important. Because that's now safe. I know I can defend myself with vills. He says, are you an idiot? Wait, no, oh, okay, yeah, sorry. He's talking about Kevin. That's, okay, Kevin, I understand why he said it now. It's a dick thing to say, but why is that TC not on the wood line at least? I mean, Kevin, we need to learn how to place TCs. I know I've mentioned this to you before in other games, but okay. But anyway, I've done a lot of damage. I mean, this used to all just be his base. I mean, the yellow rams helped, but the paladin is still pushing, still taking out the halberdier. Because the thing is, halberdier work as a trade. They're efficient because they're really cheap, but they don't actually kill a paladin one-on-one. Because the paladin has almost 200 HP. The armor that it has is insane. The attack it does is insane, so it kills a halb in like 5 shots. This is painful. I'm going to lose some trebs here. But they're still halberdier. But the vills... just peek on what's happening here. I had to look back here at some point. Or to look back. Austin, you're going to lose your castle. Because I'm looking at the vills. You're going to lose your TC. But I noticed eventually I send the paladin. I see there's no cameo, so this will be fine. So, officially, the push is dead with the cameo, at least for now. There's some cameos here. And there's more build up. And the paladin have just they've done their job, you know? I mean, so many castles removed, so much eco removed. But the numbers are dwindling. And I don't have any gold villagers. Because again, I can't pay attention to my economy. I lost a lot of vills because I'm fighting with them. Case in point. And this is where the push dies. Because I'm now down to 70 vills. God, everyone's down vills. What a crazy game. What a crazy game. I mean, yellow is just struggling still. He's got 48 now. My brother is now up to 20. I mean, he's trying to do what he can. But, I mean, everyone's economy has been nuked other than mine at this point. I mean, I nuked it myself by engaging with the vills, so I mean, I guess I can't say that. But I mean, I had a full boom, so the fact that I lost 50 vills was much more acceptable. Sorry, let me look at where there's actually something going on here, instead of just explaining stuff. But yeah, the Trebs, they do the work. They take out one more castle. So now Light Blue officially only has one more castle. His vill count is now even with his military count. These cameos, by the way, are insane. Look at them shred the Paladin. That's actually a pretty even fight. But look at the HP. Like, the HP difference would usually mean that I'm just winning that outright. But I mean, good lord. That's a struggle. I think that, yeah, Cameos are going to pull through, and then there's Halberdier. And this, I don't even think this castle goes up here. If it goes up, that's insane. Does it go up? I think I stopped paying attention at this point. At this point, I was like, man, Kevin, I don't know, man. I'm dead. Like, because I didn't know what their vill counts were like. All I saw was me destroying castles and engaging with vills, but I didn't realize how absolutely destroyed they were at this point. But I'm telling Kevin, I'm like, dude, I got no military left. Yellow's no military. Kevin's no military. We're all no military. Castle denied. Paladin destroyed. So I'm like, I should probably GG, but I was like, you know what? Let me just think about this. I then think about it, and I'm like, I did just destroy a lot. They're going to be panicked in the sense of like, holy shit, that just happened. I know that I took out a lot of castles, so it's going to take them time to even make Trebs, which, here they begin. So it's going to take them time to take out these castles, because I have murder holes. No, I don't, but I should get it. But if I see how come and attack a castle the way they're attacking this, I'll get murder holes. You know, it takes them a while even to take out a castle that's not fully built, so it doesn't even have armor. You know, like look at this. I don't even think they have archery because this should be going faster. But so basically, what I'm getting at is I realize, okay, it's going to take them a long time to take this out, 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 because all of that is in front of where my economy is. Now, again, if they were smart, they would just come. Beep. I'm using my hand to look at across the screen, but like if they just came here with the helps, like they are with the cameo, this might be a different story. But again, I was like, you know what? What counters everything that I'm seeing? Conquistadors, unless they get in close, because bam, there goes some conquistadors. But again, between TC fire, between the villagers, you know, it's going to be hard for them to actually kill me with raids because of the supremacy villagers. This is a bit painful. I need to realize this, and I do at some point. But what I'm getting at though is I realize, all right, I still have a unit I can tech into, but I just need gold. So I get villagers on gold, I think here and here mainly. But like I start trying to fix my economy because I know this is coming. I'm not even looking at this. I don't even care about this. I'm just spamming Conquistador, and I got the elite upgrade, and I'm trying to get my armor upgrades for the Conquistador. So I'm like, if I can get a large enough mass of conks, all they're making is Halberdier and these cameos. Wow, even Blue's back now. Just spamming the Halberdier. Halberdier is so cheap, by the way. And this fish is still really helping him. But I also recognize they're going to tech into Elite Skirm. There is someone that still has Cav Archers out there. So like I recognize the Conquistadors aren't going to be enough, and so I start teching into Hussar. So I realize that's going to be my dream comp is Hussar and Conquistador. And thankfully, Yellow is going for an insane fish boom here, but Blue does spot it, so that's going to suck. But the idea is that he at least has somewhat of an economy now. Here, my brother and Yellow. My brother's got 32 bills, still Castle Age. Oh, man. The Yellow finally clicks the Imperial Age. You know, he is still around. He's got some TCs. No bills there or here. Oh, there's some bills. Just going to spam some houses up. But he's going to make some military finally. You know, I'm not alone anymore. This push that happened disrupted them far more, or I would say equally as much, maybe, as this disrupted my teammates, right? You know, he's gearing up again over here. But yeah, so they're having to catch up with their vills. Their vills are coming back 40, 50, 50. I'm still only floating around 100 because I'm at this point, I'm not thinking in vills. At one point, I thought about it and I was like, no, I just need military because this is coming. So full investment in military. I mean, if you look at the game right now, 192 military versus 60. We look fucked. I mean, this is an insane amount of military. And the eco, even though we have almost 100 of an advantage, it doesn't matter. You know, 100 eco advantage, 30 of that is Kevin here. 50 of that is these fishing ships, and 10 of them are idle right now. He's trying to make fishing traps. So I mean, and I also recognize myself. I realize I'm like, okay, well, blue or somebody. I saw the fishing ships. Like somebody at some point is going to attack that. Doesn't seem like it happens anytime soon. But irregardless, I pulled my vills back because again, this is not really my economy. I got a couple vills here, but I pull back and I relocate, and I finally see this stone. Because I have no stone, no vills on stone, at least. And I had very little vills on gold, especially since this was my main gold income. So I'm running out, But I see this stone. I believe I looked for some gold out back here. I don't know if I find any. Nope, doesn't look like it. I don't know where the hell I get gold from. I think I have some relics. And I use the market, but I mean, this is it, for my gold. And then from here on, it's going to be mostly just spamming Hussar, because I drop a shitload of farms with all those guys you saw move. Because again, I need to get them somewhere safe. So now this line of castles is my final line of defense here, and then this is our allies, my allies anyway. They got a bunch of castles down here, so there's still a lot that they have to push. I recognize they're going to push my stables, so that's unfortunate. I think I even got that just in case I need to go halberdier. Because I thought about matching their halbs at one point and just using halb meat shield with conquistadors behind. But I mean, they're coming back, They've got a lot again. A decent amount of economy. And they're back to producing their villagers. And I'm telling them to wait. I'm trying to tell Yellow to wait because I see this massive army. And I'm like, if you just wait, because like, again, this doesn't matter. Even this doesn't really matter. It matters to him, but like, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the game right now. But he engages, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta engage. I don't have any meat shield. He's the meat shield. I just gotta accept it. But like, I see this. This is my outpost. I can see all these halbs. All these halbs. I know that if they get in close, these conks are gonna melt, disappear, and it's game over at this point. Again, military's 110 to 220. I'm still looking at this, and I'm not sure how this gets pulled together, but here goes Yellow. He said, fuck your army. Fuck your advancement. I'm just gonna go attack. So I guess I do go into halberdier at one point here. I guess maybe, I don't know where the halb upgrade is. I don't think I have the gold for it, but I did make some spearmen. Because I was thinking about it, but it's not. Yeah, and then I think better of it, and I invest into the horses here, the Hussar. Where the hell did Yellow go? Yeah, Yellow's just looking for economy, but I mean, he's not finding it, and he's just getting poked to death. What are you doing, fam? Come back. So I'm like, fuck, looking back, I'm like, shit, man, like, this guy's gone, once again. But remember, I found the stone. I've got 1,200 stone. I built up a couple traps. I'm thinking, right? I'm like, this will still take them a long time to get through. If I can just ignore this, maybe. By the way, this happened again. And once again, against the supremacy vills, you did damage, friend. But he lost his rams here. I'm sorry I didn't see that. He's got some of them up here too, but he did attack down here with some rams and cameos again. And I mean, it works. It's killing some vills. It's distracting me. But I can just spam more vills. Some long distance mining over here. This is now where I'm thinking. I'm like, I can boom, and then I can boom, right? Because that's where my thinking's going. I'm like, I got stone. I can just take the stone in the middle and just move forward with that with castles. Build up some trebs. I've got conks, so I'm like, okay, let me go down here. Take at least some of this out, because I know at this point this has to be a battle attrition. I can't let them get any more fucking halbs. I mean, Blue's got 50 halbs in the queue with 95 on the field. My God, he's just got so many halberdiers. If light blue and light green actually paid attention to their economy a bit more, I don't think that we come back in this game. I truly don't believe that, because Blue came back. He brought its eco back, and he's just got an insane halb count. If everyone just went insane halb counts, I mean, this gets cleaned up. I mean, my conks just can't do it alone. But they're engaging, because I do still see this as a problem. And like I said, I need to distract from this. This is my real intention. This is my real plan. And I've got outposts here. I can see this. I can't see this fully, but I'm still aware of it, right? I'm still aware of it. I can see this. I can see it's not important. I'm dealing with this, these random cameos. But eventually, I just tell Vills to kind of turn around and fight at some point, and they kind of clear it up. And now I'm reproducing Vills, so I recognize, oh shit, this is some crazy micro here. I had to control both these groups at the same time and try and click away. Because again, these halbs, they will Shrek them. They will fucking mess you up if you're on a horse. And I mean, like you can see there, it's not like my gunfire is doing a whole lot of damage in the grand scheme of things with how many there are. There's just so much. But this is what I'm doing. See? And he's calling Red an idiot. For what? 0 impact. You didn't have the greatest impact either, my friend. I mean, he helped. He helped kill Blue. I'm not gonna deny that he has some skill. And I mean, he built military back up, and he's raiding, and he's trying to distract, and you know, he's making it to where they have not all their helps on the front. So he did do something here. Like this helped. But Red's not an idiot. He just doesn't know fully what to do. Like you don't gotta be a jackass, all right? Because again, you got smashed and you didn't know what to do. And then you were gonna get smashed here and didn't even listen to me when I said to fucking wait. I mean, we could have easily just cleaned all this up, but I mean, whatever. He did something, and we all. I just believe that we're all players in the game, and that we all played a part, and that we all got the victory. That's why it bothers me. That's why I'm calling him an idiot. I really shouldn't. He's my teammate. He helped. Blah blah blah. Cameo's still doing something, as you can see. I got a lot of aoe2 because unfortunately, vills don't engage on their own. But again, this is what I'm paying attention to. I should have brought more vills. But I'm trying to keep my eco going because I recognize at some point I'm going to need spam units. I got 200, I got 2,000 food. Once again, 0 on gold, only 5 on stone. I think it's the long distance miners. It is. Oof. And I've got a little bit of wood income, but not a lot of wood. I guess this is what I'm paying attention to. I'm like, you know what? If I could just force him to bring halbs under a castle, then it'll be a lot better of an engagement. Where are the rest of my conks? I think I sent him back here to deal with this shit. Where the hell are they? Excuse me for a second while I try and find my own military. I don't understand. It says I have 40 conks, but I'm only looking at... Oh, they're in the castle. They're healing. Sorry, folks. Getting distracted. Look at that dumb shit. So this is still an issue. That's a lot. It's 100 units just right there. But as I said before, I mean, there's a huge line of castles here. I mean, there's my castles, there's their castles. They have pushed more of yellow back, so yellow's moving back up over here. He's dropping all these ranges, I think they're ranges. Yeah. But I'm castle creeping. They're trying to rebuild after the second raid from yellow. But I mean, they just got halbs. That's all they've got, just a massive halb count. Holy. Holy. And he's just going, what are these? Yeah, I was going to say, I believe they're elite step lancers. Still, he didn't kill his fish. I thought he killed the fish sooner than that. I mean, he spotted it with these fish moving around here. Up, this must have been what happens. He now spots it, yep. He's going to go for some military here. I mean, my god. That's 200 units now. 10k fucking HP. But now this is happening. Now this is happening. All the military's forward. There's still some in the base from when yellow was raiding. They're still distracted. They've got halbs just scattered all throughout. But now this is happening. This TC just melts to the conquistadors. Castle's going up. And I'm finally going to take out this little base that Teal has had over here this entire time. I've been calling light blue. He's Teal. That's what I should have been saying. I mean, Kevin's trying. Kevin's got 20 pikemen. They're not halbs. And he's got these conics, which are probably just going to die to the halberdier. But I mean, he's trying, you know. Fucking 36 vills over here. It's insane that he even has anything going. Okay, let me pay attention back to where it matters. So this is the now current push, and they know that this is happening, but they're not reacting because they're here. Actually, I'm not sure what blue's reacting to. I think light blue just noticed, but he's trying to get his stuff to respond. Didn't expect me to dive the castle. I saw the trebs. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. Like, this has to work. I have nothing else, and I just realized at some point here soon that I've got no follow-up. I got no military. I've now got 5k food in the bank. So I'm kind of messing up here myself. I should be producing hussars, but I'm just so, like, I'm looking at it like this. I'm focused in. Just lost a fucking treb to the game, or treb to the ram. I lose the other 2 trebs, unfortunately. Hero ram over here. But I took out the castle. So now light blue is castleless. Teal is castleless. He can no longer make his cameos. Only halberdier, which sucks. I did not realize how fucking huge of a force they had down here. How does what happened happen? Oh, yeah, that's painful. That's all of yellow's food economy doing. And he's omega housed. I must call red an idiot. Anyway. No trebs. No problem. Just use vills. Right? Finally going for the stables though. This is just, I mean, this is just slow. This is their problem. If they had more trebs here at a higher rate, but they're also struggling for gold. That should be mentioned. You know, like they've had gold out here and they have a lot of gold income and a lot of gold, but it's still a struggle. But it's really just the fact that they don't have castles. The only castles they got are here, and he's trying to produce longbows, so he can't produce trebs. So only really green can produce the trebs right now. I mean, light blue drops this. I'm trying with the Vills. But look how much damage they do. 3 Vills, and they did like 200 fucking health damage. But I just sent the rest. I'm like, fuck it, dude. Go ahead and attack the Vills. These conks will chew everything else up. They're gonna get eaten by the castle fire, but I think the castle's actually prioritizing the Vills right now until just now. And then I'm like, alright, well, I'll try and move in that 0 range, but there's too many conks. But either way, I'm like, I know this castle will go down. That's 1,000 HP down now. Just slowly but surely. Meanwhile, this is here, right? But they're slowly pushing. I mean, just now hitting 2 castles. My castle's got 7,000 HP. It's going to take a while. Even Kevin got some of his HP upgrades. Congrats. I think he got his, I think it's masonry, I believe. But I mean, this castle's getting melted. Supremacy Vills, baby. I mean, yeah, you got this huge military in the front, but it's not doing anything. And finally, yellow. Team player, dude. I should have given him more credit earlier. Skirms will deal with halves. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest skirms as humans, as they lack bracer, but I mean, they're still going to do damage. And I mean, he's got a lot of them. Again, I don't know how these low eco players are producing this much. How the fuck does this guy have 12k wood and 5,000 food? I couldn't see that because of the mic. Oh my god. No wonder he can just spam these things. Human economy is insane. I don't understand. He never even really went up above 80 bills. But this is what's happening now, right? Now I've got Hussar. I built up some stables. I'm building up more. Taking out Teal's final and last castle. He's got no more stone anyway. Not enough anyway for a castle. I think I'm still long distance mining over here. Nope, fixed that. And ran out of it. But I'm just mining more stone. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna... I don't know why I told him to use his army. I think I was looking at this, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Because I think his step lancers were just sitting there. But I mean, they can engage this. That's not enough halberdier. But I mean, I'm just using Vills to just slowly push as if they're rams. Kevin's up here with the pikemen to try and help give me a meat shield. The conks are basically dead. But I mean, the halb numbers for them are slowly dwindling. I mean, Teal's not got enough left. He did lose a lot to the conquistors, even if he's killing some. The Hussars, you know, they're kind of just dying. They're more of a distraction than anything. Like I said, that meat shield. I mean, this finally gets cleared up. Fucking well played to yellow, you know, with the skirms and the step lancers there. Slowly but surely, that's clearing these halberdier. And again, like I said, I mean, now I've lost the castle. Now it's close to my economy. Oh, that's painful. But you know, it bought enough time. All those castles, me ignoring this huge long push that it took for them to clear up all these castles that were down here. That gave me the time to then do this. And now once again they're dying. I've got the Hussar here. I noticed that finally because of the walls. So he's only got 1 TC up here that's left alone. Teal's dead. Teal's out of the game. 20 villas left. Blue is running out of resources quite literally over here. He's got his fish traps and he's got like nothing else. He's just like, this is his new lumber camp, right? So I mean, there's just no trees. He's working with the farms he's got. I mean, now it's Hussar, pikemen, you go Kevin, and conquistors behind, with Vills just slowly shrekking buildings, you know? So it's like, at this stage, what can they do? Because these are the engagements. They're really good engagements for them, but they're just losing so many buildings, and like at the end of the day, that's enough conquistadors to do enough damage to small groups of halves. Because the massive group is gone. Because of yellow. And because of this pikeman buffer, if this wasn't here, the halb would the Hussar would disappear, and then the conks may follow. But with the buffer and with the supremacy Vills, they can't kill the Vills, they can't stop them from putting these castles up, which have just been happening all game. And again, light blue, you know, he's trying here. He knows what can happen if this finds this. But I mean, he's got nothing else now. He's got to go back to rebooming. He's making his cameos again. We've seen how that turns out. And there's just not enough left. This is where the GG comes in, because now it's almost 200 military versus 100, 200 Vills versus 140. And I mean, I'm fully boomed. I'm fine. I'm sending Vills to this stone and shit over here, because I'm just dropping castles. I'm just like solidifying this position. I think I noticed this. I think that's why I dropped this one. So I'm like, all right, the trebs can sit here, and boom. And I also recognize there's so many buildings here with these trebs. If I can treb all this down from within the castle range, they're just going to lose so much. At this stage, that's what I'm thinking, man, we've got this. Like, I'm spamming Hussar. I got the small group of conks. I believe they're healing in the castle, yeah, right now. And, you know, I can spam Vills forever. I've got the food economy. I've got 60 on food. Yellow reboomed, like I said. I mean, now he's got just 95 skirms. 95 skirms, my god. Yeah, the Halbs are just going to melt after this. Now that the skirms are here, there's no stopping this. And I've already planned my next castle. Just to really cut them off in this corner. I mean, this is done. They can't even pay attention to this anymore. Yeah, they killed Yellow's fish. Yeah, they killed a lot of Kevin's eco. Where the hell is Kevin right now? He moved again. Like I said, man, he's a fucking fighter. He's a survivor. But this is where it really matters. I mean, you're just not stopping this. Now there's too much. 95 skirms. You got their 22 cameo here. Blue's still trying to produce Halbs, but it's just not enough. I mean, 4 barracks aren't going to produce Halbs fast enough to even deal with the conks, let alone all the Hussar and everything else. Yep, this game's over. GG. So that was that game. That's Supremacy Vills for you, man. I know I got a little aggressive a couple times, maybe sounded like a dick a couple times. That was mainly because I was a little frustrated because Yellow was being a dick, and you'll see what I mean further. I don't know if it'll continue with the chat. No, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. But he ends up, like, you know, saying GG to me and not Red, and just, I mean, he's just an asshole. Because, I mean, really, Kevin mattered, you know? Like, as I said before, if this cameo player never engages with Kevin here and goes straight for Yellow here, I think his economy takes a hit sooner, and he's not able to reboom as effectively as he is. He's not able to get as many knights and camels as he had at one point. That was just distracting and preventing them from really growing their economies. I think that's why they didn't fully boom as much as they did. So, I mean, hats off to Yellow, you know, he really helped take out Blue. He got the push started there. I was being slow. But, I mean, you didn't know how to deal with Yellow coming at you. And it took you a long time to realize you should be going skirm when you were seeing mass fucking halberdiers. So, which I should have gone skirm too. I was a little dumb there as well. I had wood. I had food. I probably should have gone skirm as well. I don't really usually think of skirm first anymore. I usually think of melee units first because that's what I do. But so, you know, again, I'm no fucking expert. But that's why I'm not sitting here insulting motherfuckers until a motherfucker insults. You know, so I think that's just unnecessary. But let's look at the stats here instead of me complaining and talking about stuff that doesn't matter. Look at that chart. Fucking ridiculous. So here's where we attack Blue. I mean, just utterly dead. And, you know, this is Kevin getting raided about, I think right around here. That's where he lost some bills. And then he just really was never able to recover until about here. And then he was a player. But, again, he bought time. He made castles that had to be taken down. He made walls that had to be broken. That's all a lot of time. Because as you saw, it took me a long time to do the things that I did in this game. So, I mean, he was still a very, very vital piece to the team. So, to Yellow, hats off to you. You're a hell of a fucking team player. You worked well, is what I'm saying. You know, you did your job. And without you, I would surely lost this game as well. But stop being a dick. Because Red was important too. Kevin mattered. Let's look at military. 2-1 KD almost. Damn, Kevin still got 79 kills. Jeez, look at that ratio though. It's insane. I want to look at Vilhai. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Total castles. My max castles at the end of there was 10, but total castles 15. That's more than the entire enemy team. It's insane. But, I mean, really, it was Supremacy Villas that won that, man. Without them doing the amount of damage that they did early on to those castles and those TCs and keeping the push going at times when I would lose my trebs, when that was a big deal. Like, especially like here in the north, when I lost my trebs, and I really didn't have any golden economy. All the gold was gone on the map, at least where I was looking and where it was safe. I mean, there was gold up here, but I didn't know about that. You know, I just got it. And again, very tunnel vision. I'm focused on trying to push quickly because this was just a mayhem of a game. But the Vills taking out the castles as quickly as they did, huge. Defending the north the way that they did, huge. So, I mean, fucking A, man. Supremacy for the win. GG's. I was happy to make another video for you. Sorry it was an hour long, and sorry there was a little bit of iffy shit there because I'm not a procaster. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing the game. Hopefully my casting got the highlighted areas of action there. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, fuckers.